at the platforms that are growing the fastest. They all do the same fucking thing.
Pete Hegseth should go. And I don't think Pete Hegseth should go tomorrow. I think he should go tonight.
Okay, y'all. So you know it's about to be messy when former coworkers start throwing shade in interviews, right? Because Chris Cuomo just came for Don Lemon's throat. And I mean, he did not stutter. He called Don Lemon a rage baiter for money. For money. And bestie, once that clip hit the timeline, the internet lost it. People started picking sides, pulling receipts, and asking the one question that matters. Who actually looks worse here? Because this isn't just about beef. This is about two former CNN Golden Boys fighting for relevance in 2026. And the optics, woo, they are loud. Let's get into it. So here's what happened. Chris Cuomo was doing an interview, you know, the usual media circuit stuff, and someone asked him about Don Lemon. Now, he could have kept it professional, could have given some boring, we had different paths answer and moved on. But nah, Cuomo said, and I quote, Don Lemon is a rage baiter for money. Not we had creative differences. Not we see things differently now. But straight up, you're doing this for the check. And y'all, the way he said it with his whole chest, like he'd been holding that in for months and finally got the green light to let it rip. No hesitation, no backpedaling, just pure unfiltered shade. And the internet? Oh, the internet said, so we're really doing this again? Because here's the thing, this isn't new beef. This is old beef that just got reheated and served on a fresh plate. Let me give you some context because this goes deep. Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon weren't just random co-workers at CNN. They were the guys, primetime anchors, big platforms, major influence. They were literally the face of the network at one point. And then everything fell apart. Both of them had very public, very messy exits from CNN. Both of them are now trying to rebuild their careers outside of legacy media. And both of them are doing whatever it takes to stay relevant in this new internet-first, algorithm-driven attention economy. So when Cuomo says rage bait for money, people aren't just hearing criticism, they're hearing resentment. They're hearing competition. They're hearing, why are you still getting attention and I'm not? And that's what makes this so juicy, because this isn't just about Don Lemon's content. This is about Chris Cuomo feeling a type of way about how things shook out for both of them post-CNN. Now let's talk about what Cuomo actually said, because rage baiter is not a light accusation. That's basically saying you're intentionally pissing people off to get views and make money. And in 2026, that's a loaded claim. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Rage is currency right now. Outrage clips travel faster. Hot takes spread wider. Calm, nuanced discussion, that gets buried in the algorithm. So some people heard Cuomo's comment and said, you know what? He might have a point. Don Lemon does lean into controversy now. But then other people said, hold on, aren't you also in the outrage economy now, Chris? What are we doing here? And that's when the internet started pulling receipts. People went back, old clips, past interviews, tweets, screenshots of both men doing the exact thing they're accusing each other of. And suddenly the narrative shifted from Don Lemon is problematic to why do both of y'all sound pressed? So naturally, the internet split into camps real quick. Camp 1 said, Don Lemon absolutely rage baits now. He knows what gets clicks and he's leaning into it. Camp 2 fired back. Chris Cuomo is acting like he's above the same game when he's literally doing interviews just to stay relevant too. And then there was Camp 3, my personal favorite, who said, why are two washed CNN hosts arguing like they still work there? Because here's what people clocked. Both of these men benefit from attention. Both benefit from controversy. Both benefit from people talking about them. And the fact that Don Lemon didn't even respond, that made it even more interesting. No clapback, no tweet, no emergency statement, just silence. Which made some people say, silence is loud. He knows what this is. While others said, he doesn't even need to respond. Cuomo already did the promo for him. And that's when people started asking, is this even real beef or is this just two media guys playing the algorithm? Now let's zoom out for a second because this isn't really about Chris Cuomo versus Don Lemon. This is about legacy media personalities trying to survive in an internet-first world. A world where views matter more than resumes, engagement beats credibility, outrage outperforms restraint. And when you look at it through that lens, both of these men are doing the exact same thing. They're both chasing relevance. They're both trying to stay in the conversation. They're both navigating a media landscape that rewards controversy over substance. So when Chris Cuomo calls Don Lemon a rage baiter, the internet didn't just judge Don. They started asking, is this what all of them have become? And honestly, that question is more uncomfortable than the beef itself. Because if rage baiting is the strategy, then nobody in this fight has clean hands. So now I want to hear from y'all. Do you think Don Lemon is rage baiting for clicks and money? Or does Chris Cuomo sound like someone who's bitter that the spotlight shifted and he's not getting the same attention anymore? In the court of public opinion, and trust me, that's the only court that matters right now, who do you think looks worse here? Drop your verdict in the comments. Are you Team Cuomo, Team Don, or Team They Both Look Messy? And if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button because clearly you're here for the drama just like me. Make sure you're subscribed because this story is not over. You know there's going to be a response eventually, and when it drops, we'll be right here breaking it down. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay messy, stay curious, and always check the receipts.